So we're actually going to start lying down on our backs. And then we'll bring the balls of the feet together with our knees open, just nice and wide out to the side. It's going to be quite a hippie class today. And then let's bring those hands onto the belly. And maybe just lift the head a little bit so that your chin tucks in, and then you place the head back down again, and we'll make the back of the neck feel nice and long. And just really let the body relax into the mat. And take a big sigh out through your mouth. Go for it. Let the morning go. And just start to take control of that breath. So we'll breathe in and out of the nose. And with your hands on your belly, as you inhale, just really push your belly into your hands, let it expand. And as you exhale, let the belly draw back in. So inhale, let the belly expand in between the hands. And exhale, just draw it back in. And again, inhale, let the belly expand. And then exhale, draw it in. And just go with that for 5 or 6 breaths. Really just using this time at the beginning just to kind of get out of our heads. Just find that breath. And then both hands, take them to opposite elbows. Start to send the arms onto the floor behind you and really push the forearms down into the mat. Slight arch through the spine if you can. Encourage the knees down into the mat at the same time. Great, and then just start to straighten out the hands behind you, clasp them together, release the index finger, and then straighten out your legs at the same time. So you're pretty much just in a pencil shape on the floor. Point the toes, stretch the fingertips out behind you. Great, just hold it here for a second. Noisy outside. And then start to draw your right knee in towards the chest. So give it a nice little hug in, reach your hands forward for the knee, give it a nice big squeeze. Then bring your left hand out to the side, palm down. Bring your right hand on the inside of your right thigh and just open up your right knee off to the right side. And let your head fall over the left shoulder. So it doesn't matter if that knee doesn't touch the ground, it will probably kind of just hang there for a moment. And use the strength of your hand to push, well, gently push that knee open. Lovely, and then start to draw the knee back into centre. This time left hand takes the outside of the right knee, right hand off to the side, and then find your twist. So draw that knee across the body over to the left. Let the head drop over the right shoulder and breathe it here. Just a little nice opening in that twist. Lovely, then come back in through centre. You're going to bend up your left foot but place it on the floor. Cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Find your figure of 4 stretch. Thread the hands through, take behind the left thigh and then draw that left knee in. Feel that into that glute. Great. If you just draw it in a little bit more just for your last 2 breaths, really wake it up. And then gently, really straighten out the legs, send the arms behind the head once more. Take a full body stretch, point the fingers, point the toes. And then hug that left knee towards the chest, give it a little squeeze first. Then bring the left hand inside the left leg, right hand off to the side, open up that left leg out to the side. And maybe drop your head over the right shoulder. Encourage that knee into the mat. come up through centre. Switch, right hand the outside of the left knee, left hand off to the side, and then guide the knee across the body. Come into your twist. And then back in towards centre. Draw that right knee in, find your figure of four across your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Thread the leg in towards you, hands behind the right thigh, and just push the left knee open until you feel that stretch into the glute muscle. Great, and then release. Hug both knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a nice little squeeze, nice and tight. And then bring the hands underneath the thighs. Start to gently rock and roll up the length of the spine. On your third or fourth one, you're going to come to seated, but cross one foot in front of the other. And then go straight into your little forward fold for those hips. So walk the hands forward. One foot is in front of the other and come all the way down as far as you can towards the ground. Pushing the knees open. Nice, now come back up again. You can either just switch the feet or take a little roll back and then cross the feet, and we'll just do that on the other side. That's it, straight in the other side. Walk the hands forward, find that lovely deep forward fold. Then release, come on up. And we'll just work our way into a tabletop position. Coming back into the middle of the mat. Alright, let's take some nice opening through the shoulders. So we'll bend the elbows, chest comes down, we'll find that barrel roll. Working in that circular motion. Moving through the upper body. And then maybe the other direction as well. And then without thinking about it too much, just take this into wherever you want to. So maybe cat and cows, maybe circle the hips, maybe just bigger movements. Just kind of feel into your body, wherever you feel you need to go for just the next kind of 5 breaths. That's it. We'll take one more inhale. And then exhale, tabletop. From here, we'll lift the right leg, but keep it bent, arch the spine. And exhale, draw the right knee towards the nose. Inhale, send it up. And exhale, draw it in. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, draw it in. Then inhale, send the right leg straight behind you. Bring the right toes as far over to the left side as you can and plant the toes. And then kick your hips to the right, gaze out over the left shoulder. Just trying to find a little bit of a stretch into the right side of the body. Nice, then hips back to center, lift the right leg up and bring the right leg all the way round to the right side, keeping the leg straight and plant the toes but face them forward. Now tuck your left toes, walk your hands forward a little bit and then push your hips back towards your left heel. And feel that inside of that right groin opening. Great, come back into your tabletop position. Lift that right leg up and bring it all the way forward and then drop the hips forward. That's it, right arm reaches forward as you inhale, and as you exhale, reach it up behind you. There's the foot back bind if you want it. If not, just reach the right hand back. That's it. Rolling the right shoulder open wherever you are. One more breath. And then exhale, release. Right hand down, step it back, find a high plank position. And then exhale, lower your knees. Keep your hips above your knees, walk your palms forward as you melt your chest towards the mat. Let's take 3 breaths here. Last breath. And then exhale, come all the way forward. We're going straight all the way onto our belly, hands underneath the shoulders. 3 rolls. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, release. Again, inhale, peel it off. And exhale, release. Final time. Inhale, peel it up, open through the chest. And exhale, release. Send the hips towards the heels for a second. Just release in child's pose. Great. And then come forward and find that tabletop position. From here, your left leg, inhale, send it back, the knee is bent, arch the spine. Exhale, knee towards the nose. Inhale, send it back, open it up. And as you exhale, knee to the nose. Once more. Inhale, send it back, open it up. And exhale, knee to nose. Then send the left leg straight out behind you, flex the foot. Bring the left toes as far over to the right as you can, place them down. And then push your hips to the left, gaze out over that right shoulder till you find a little bit of a stretch. Then come back, start to lift your left leg up. Keep the leg straight but bring it all the way over to that left hand side and then plant the toes down so they face forward. Tuck the right toes, walk the fingertips forward and then melt the hips back. Come into your little kind of child's pose variation. Nice. Come on forward. And we plant the hands, we lift the left leg up and we bring it all the way round to the front and melt forward into those hips. As you inhale, left arm, reach it forward. Exhale, reach it behind you. Either reach or go for the bind of the foot if it's there for you. So roll the left shoulder open, gaze back, feel into that quad. You've got one more breath in. And then exhale, slowly release, left hand down. Step it back, find a high plank as you inhale. And then as you exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin down to the mat. Inhale, pull your chest forward and up. And then exhale, this time downward dog. First downward dog of our practice. That's it. Always movement if you want it. Where's that tightness today? Stretch into it. Lovely. And then we'll soften through those knees, start to walk the feet forward, coming all the way to the front. This time when we get here, let's find a halfway lift. Exhale, fold the chest. Then inhale, rise up, reach the palms above the head. And as you exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Halfway lift to inhale. And as you exhale, step your right foot back, drop your right knee down to the mat. As you inhale, reach the arms up by the ears. And then exhale, drop the left hand down and take a little lean over to the left hand side, but keep the core engaged. Great, and then reach those arms back up through center. As you exhale, melt the hips forward, take a little hip opener here. Feel into the front of that right thigh. Then bring the hands flat. Start to kick your left leg back as you inhale, keep it lifted. And then as you exhale, lower your chest and your chin down to the mat, keeping that left leg lifted. Then drop the left leg, slide forward, inhale, little lift. Exhale, release, send it back. Find your downward dog. Nice, encourage the heels down, fingertips down. Feel that calf stretch. And then our right leg, let's extend. Start to bend the knee and open into that hip. Let's take a moment here. And then gaze forward. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Little wiggle back and forth here, lizard pose. One of the favourites. Make sure the toes are turned at an angle. Maybe you come onto your fingertips first and step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Malasana, squat down low. Palms press, knees open. Lift the chest. Sorry if you can hear loads of building work, by the way, that's the neighbours. Taking their chimney off. Alright, push into the feet, inhale, rise up to standing lift tall. And then exhale as the hands come down, tiptoe those feet back together. Inhale, reach the palms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Halfway lift, inhale. And then exhale, fold, step your left foot back and drop your left knee. Inhale, the arms reach up by the ears. And then as you exhale, come out of the stretch a little bit, drop your right hand down, lean over to that right hand side. Keep your core engaged. And then come back up through center. As you exhale, melt forward into that lunge, keeping the tailbone drawing under. Then bring the hands flat. Kick your right leg straight out behind you as you inhale, keep it lifted. And then as you exhale, lower your chest and your chin down to the mat. Then inhale, drop the foot, slide it forward, lift the chest. Exhale, release, send it back. Downward dog. Your left leg, inhale, send it high. As you exhale, bend that knee, open through that hip, squeeze the heel towards the bum. And then gaze forward, start to step your left foot outside of your left hand. Turn your toes out. Rock it back and forward a little bit first. Great, then the right foot's coming forward to the outside of the right hand. And drop the hips all the way down. This time we'll walk the fingertips forward, kind of lift the hips up slightly as you melt the head forward. Pull those thighs open. Feel into those hips. Right, walk the hands back in. And then we'll push into the feet as we inhale, rise up. And then exhale, release the hands, tiptoe those feet back together. Let's move on. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step it back, high plank. Inhale in your high plank. And then exhale your vinyasa. Through your cobra or your up dog. And as you exhale, back into downward dog. Take a breath in. And then a breath out. And then gaze forward, lift the heels, soften the knees, step, walk or float your way forward. Find a halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, refold. Inhale, rise it up. And exhale, palms press. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, step your right foot back. Stay on your fingertips, inhale. Gaze it forward, squeeze the shoulders. Exhale, hips up and back. Try and straighten through that left leg as you forward fold. Take a moment here. And then re-bend into that left knee, plant your hands. Now that left foot is crossing over the right thigh. So start to cross the left foot over the right thigh as you push, as you bend into your right knee and kind of take a downward dog position, but with that right knee soft. Push that left knee open, feel into that opener there. Take another breath in. And then as you exhale, come forward, drop your left shin down towards the mat. Now turn your left toes out to the side as you inhale, right arm lifts, modified side plank. Exhale, right arm up and over by the ear, pick up the right foot. Inhale. Exhale, right knee taps the right elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale to tap. Inhale, extend. And then exhale, tap. Then inhale to extend, place the right hand, right foot down. Spin, as you inhale, left leg sweeps up, 3-leg dog. And then exhale, bring that left knee across the body and step the left foot outside of the right hand. Drop the heel, inhale, right arm, extend it high. Really open the hips, open through the chest. The right hand, bring it down. Spin onto the right toes, inhale, left leg, send it high. And as you exhale, step your left foot in between your hands. Now drop your heel down, reach your arms up, find a warrior one position. We melt into that left knee. And then we'll clasp the hands behind the back. We'll squeeze the palms together, roll the shoulders open, lift the chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Fold to the inside of that left leg. Melt the head down, keep breathing, keep pushing into those feet. And start to come all the way back up. Now kind of turn onto your right toes a little bit, hands to the heart center. Weight into that left foot, draw the right knee in towards the chest, big push. And then figure of 4 again, cross the right ankle on top of that left thigh, push your hips down into the mat. I want to feel this one a bit deeper, the fingertips can come to the floor. But almost think about trying to keep your chest lifted here as you push the hips into the mat. It's a tough one. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. We've got one more breath. And then exhale, push into that left foot, come all the way back up, right knee draws in. Exhale, step it down. Lovely. Inhale, arms left. Exhale, fold forward. Find a halfway lift. Inhale. And as you exhale, step it back, high plank. Inhale in your high plank. Exhale your vinyasa. Send it through. Just reset the body here, reset the breath. And then gaze it forward, lift the heels, soften the knees, step, walk or float your way forward into that halfway lift. And then exhale as you refold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, palms to the heart. We'll do that on the second side. So inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold the body forward. Halfway lift, inhale. And then exhale, your left foot steps back this time. Keep the knee lifted. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hips up and back, straighten through that right leg as you fold on down. You can choose to keep your chest lifted here, depends what feels better for your spine. Now re-bend into that right knee, frame the foot, Step that right ankle on top of that left thigh as you bend into that left knee, but kind of stick your hips up into the air and then pull that right knee open. Push into those arms, get them nice and straight. Take one more breath. And then exhale, bring that right shin all the way slowly down to the mat. Flip the right toes out, turn to the side, left arm reaches up. And as you exhale, left hand up and over by the ear, pick up that left foot. Now as you inhale, stay here. Exhale, touch the elbow to the knee. Inhale, re-extend. And then exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, re-extend. And then exhale, elbow to knee. Then re-extend the arm, re-extend the leg. As you exhale, left hand down, left foot down, spin. Send your right leg up towards the ceiling, find that 3-leg dog. And as you exhale, bring the right knee across the body, step to the outside of the left hand. Drop your left heel, inhale, left arm, extend it high. And then the left hand comes down, spin onto the left toes. Inhale, right leg, scoop it up. Exhale, step the right foot through. Drop the left heel in and then rise up. Find your warrior one. Reach the arms up by the ears. Melt into that front knee. And then clasp the arms behind the back. Inhale, squeeze the palms, roll the shoulders open. Exhale, humble warrior. Right, just keep breathing into this fold, let the head maybe shake a little. Get nice and deep. Take another inhale. And as we exhale, we'll come all the way back up. We'll spin onto the left toes, release the hands to the heart. Big push, left knee, draw it in towards the chest. And as you exhale, cross the ankle over the thigh, sit the hips back and find your hold. Again, if you did it on the other side, maybe those fingertips come down towards the ground. We try and melt into that right knee so that we can open our chest a little bit. Breathe into that really deep stretch. Nice, we've got one more breath in. And then as you exhale, push off that right foot, left knee, draw it in. Exhale, place it down. Hands by the sides, palms face forwards, close the eyes for a second. As you inhale, just roll your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, pull them down. Once more, inhale, roll them up. And exhale, pull them down. As you inhale, reach the arms up. Take hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Push your hips to the left a little bit as you lean your body as far to the right as you can. Side stretch. And then come through center. Switch the cross. Lean over to the left, stretch through the right side of the body. And then back through center. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Halfway lift, inhale. And as you exhale, step it back, find your high plank. Inhale in your high plank. Exhale your vinyasa. And all the way this time to a child's pose. Hips towards the heels, forehead down to the mat. And just take a moment there. Breathe in. Breathe it out. One more breath. And exhale. From here, come forward ever so slightly so that we can tuck our toes under and we'll come into a toe stand. So maybe roll those baby toes under if they're refusing to go. Hands on the thighs, roll the shoulders down away from the ears, just close the eyes for a second. We'll breathe. Start to open up the feet. It's a bit of an odd one, this one. With the eyes closed, bring the palms to the heart centre, but really push the palms into one another so that the elbows come out to the sides. Relax the shoulders. And then inhale, reach the palms up, gaze up. Exhale, cactus the arms, open through the chest, extra breath. And then exhale, wrap the right arm underneath the left. Let's find those eagle arms. Great, soften the shoulders here, but move the elbows forward and then up towards the ceiling so you can really feel that stretch. You just take a few breaths on either side. If you feel the toes start to burn, try and breathe through it. And then start to open the arms out, cactus the arms, open through the chest. And as you exhale, switch other side. Find that bind of the arms. Left arm underneath this time. Yeah, that's it. Double cross, relax the shoulders as you move the elbows away and up towards the ceiling. Nice, take one more breath in. And then exhale, release. Let's come forward. Release the toes are underneath you. Maybe tap them out for a second. That's it. Nice. Alright, tap the toes, lift the hips. Downward dog just for a moment. And then we'll start to lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. And step the right foot in between the hands. Dropping the left heel and then windmilling up, warrior two. And then we'll start to turn to the side, reach the arms up. Bring the hands to rest on the hips. As you inhale, pull the elbows back, lift the chest. Exhale, find your wide leg fold. Down over the legs as you release the hands down onto the mat. Stretch into the legs here. Let the head be loose. Great, now inhale, little halfway lift. As you exhale, walk your hands forward to frame your right foot. And then from here, it's going to pick up the right heel, so squeeze the heel in towards the kind of bum cheek for a second. And then find your way into your pigeon pose, placing the shin down onto the mat. Wiggling around till you get that space. Heeling as close to you as you need to with that right foot. And then come on down. Reset for a second here. Feel that little bit of work for the hip into the glute. And then when you're ready, come back up onto those hands. Tuck your left toes and step it back. Find your downward dog. Then your left leg, extend it high. Step your left foot in between your hands. Drop your right heel. And windmill your hands up and find your warrior two. Bring the hands to clasp behind the back. Straighten your left leg, turn your left toes in. Inhale, squeeze the palms, roll the shoulders open. And as you exhale, find your wide leg fold, sending those arms behind you. releasing the hands down onto the floor, find a little halfway lift. Exhale, walk the hands forward to frame that left foot. Same thing here, squeeze the left heel in towards the bum cheek so that you can then flip that left shin forward and set up for your pigeon second side. Go wiggle around, make that space, and then come into your forward fold. Breathe into that hip, into that glute. One more breath. And then gently release. Come back up onto those hands. Tuck your right toe. Lift your left knee. Step it back. Find that downward dog position. Push into the palms. Take your last downward dog here for a moment. And then we'll gaze forward. We're coming to seated. So however you want to get there, bring those feet through and all the way out in front. When we'll sit up nice and tall, we'll reach the palms up. Exhale, find your forward fold over those legs. So there, we'll just take 5 more breaths. We'll just hold this one a little bit longer. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, come on up. Let's take a little inner thigh stretch. So balls of the feet together, knees open nice and wide. Let's hold on to the feet, start to pull the tops of the feet apart, elbows come to those thighs, and then as best as you can, push the thighs in towards the mat so that the knees go closer. Maybe you lean forward, you might not feel that you need that. And then gently lift it back up. Let's bring those knees together, making sure that you've got enough room on the mat behind you. And take one last little posture on the floor. So come down onto your back, roll all the way onto the mat. And then you're going to bend your knees up a little bit and cross your right thigh on top of your left thigh. This is kind of like the version that we do seated. Now you're going to see if you can reach down either for your shins, or you might be able to reach the outside of your feet here and almost bring your ankles up to your knee height. And then try and kind of push into your hands with your feet as you draw those knees closer in towards you. Try and relax the shoulders onto the mat. And then release, hug them in for a second. And then switch the side. So across the left thigh on top of the right thigh. If you're just holding the shins and keeping the ankles quite close towards the legs. Or maybe you're opening up those feet a little bit more and you're kicking the feet into the hands. And then release. Let's just take a little happy baby after that. Work just the inner thighs for a second. Open the knees into the armpits. Really squeeze them down into there. And then hug the knees in towards the chest. Give them a little squeeze. The head comes up to the knees. And as you exhale, release the hands. Release the legs out long, palms facing up. Close down the eyes. And just notice how your body feels compared to 45 minutes ago. Find some deep relaxation. Every exhale, soften.